Hey guys, Mika here, and we got ourselves the ko'olau. And for those of you who are familiar watching or sound samples, I'm a huge fanboy of ko'olau. I even own my own ko'olau because that's how much I love these instruments and Noel Bonk's craftsmanship and him as a master luthier here on the island. Um, this is a tenor size CS model or a contemporary series model. So this is pretty much the highest, second to the highest model that you can order from Ko'olau. It pretty much has all the bells and whistles, has the nicest woods, radius fretboard, slotted headstock, upgraded tuners, shell around the whole body, which is pretty rare for a Ko'olau. Very rare to have the inlay or the power abalone shell around the body as well as the rosette itself. So getting into it, this is an all Cuban mahogany, very curly Cuban mahogany front, super tight, perfectly book matched, super tight grain running all alongside the entire face of the instrument. That back, again, nice and tight, and then even here on the back, beautiful. It even comes at a slight angle, but perfectly book matched. Really, really beautiful stuff. And then we have that kind of same color aesthetic with the rosewood binding here, that more brown rosewood binding on the top. And then even here on the bottom with a black and white purfling around that rosewood binding. Here on the bottom, on the top binding, and then even around here again with that power abalone shell around the whole entire body, and then even around the rosette. Again, I want to stress that it's pretty rare to find a CS model with the abalone shell around the entire body, because usually it's just around the rosettes itself. So this is more of like an even higher grade CS model, in my opinion, with all of the ko'olaus that I got to try out. We got the pin bridge right here with the mother of pearl dots here, and then ebony bridge, ebony fretboard, rosewood faceplate with the ko'olau symbol, slotted headstock, and then upgraded Waverly tuners, a step above Goto tuners. It's really good, really easy, smooth to use, very accurate. And then you even have this somewhat like black Tahitian pearl tuning pegs here, or the buttons here on the Waverly tuners. So this is a very straightforward instrument, nothing blingy, and that's what ko'olau is, really. It's just a straightforward, just really cleanly built, beautiful, very simple, straightforward. But man, the sound, the playability, it's why I have one. It's worth it. It plays really well. It's just the neck is perfect. The radius fretboard's perfect. The spacing, the nut width, I believe it's 1.35 inches, so it's standard, or 35 point something, 15 millimeters. It's perfect. I love it. It feels really good on my fingers. For this particular instrument, it does have a slightly higher than normal, or usually like when you aim for setups, if you go for a higher setup, you get a bigger sound. You can strum, you can dig into it. It's gonna be very loud and it's really good. The downside with that is that it's gonna be slightly harder to press down if you're trying to hold chords or if you're trying to do fingerstyle. But it's kind of hard to have it all with setups. You kind of have to choose one of the setups. Like a lower setup, you might be more susceptible to buzzing, but then you can push down easier. If you have a higher setup, you're probably never going to buzz, but you do have to press a little harder, get a louder sound. So it just depends on your playing style, what you prefer. If you want to hold hard and you can dig into your instrument, then that's wonderful. This is one of those instruments for you. It still feels really great because, again, it's a ko'olau. It's just the playability of this is top tier. It's one of my favorites. Now the sound, one of the reasons why I love ko'olau, because it's like one of the most balanced ukes out there. It literally can do it all. Really, like literally, like if you want to strum, you want to do fast strumming, you want to do stuff like that, you want to do more kind of more straightforward, you can go like, you can do a lot of improvising on it. You can do Hawaiian strumming. Do blues. That was my failed attempts of doing blues. But you can pretty much do any kind of genre of music on this. It just sounds wonderfully balanced. Nice full rounded sound. You still get that punchy A string. You get nice low end responses from the top two G and C strings. There's a low G tuning. But then you still get a nice punchy E and A string. When I strum like an F chord, nice big rounded full sound. A little bit of punchy, a little bit of depth, a lot of mids. I mean, this instrument's pretty much, it's doing it all. It's checking all the boxes. It's not really leaning in one particular direction where it's super bright, super warm. It's kind of doing this. It just kind of sounds like a little bit of everything. And that's why I'm such a big fan of koala, because whatever genre of music I'm trying to play, it can pretty much just do it really, really well on all of them, in my opinion. I mean, just listen to this. It just sounds fantastic. So here's a sound sample. On this wonderful instrument. Here we go.